So we're going to go ahead and have a look at round 10 before cut starts. We've got Piper Lepine versus Daigo Yoshihara. Piper is playing Gholdengo, as we have seen a lot of this weekend, and Daigo is playing Dragapult Dusknoir. This is a pretty close matchup. I do think that Dengo is a little bit favored, but Dragapult Dusknoir definitely has some options. Can take some multi-price turns in combination with Iono, remove a lot of draw power from Piper's side of the board in one turn in combination with that Iono. We're starting on 2x speed here, so hopefully we can get through. Let's do a quick skip through some of this prize checking. So yeah, so Daigo's going to go ahead and grab Badoo and Droopy. With that, Duskull. So it looks like Piper's turn was just bench Mogadori, attach Dark to it, and pass with the Gimme active. So this Badoo is surely going to be very disruptive here. Yeah, so we see the Asia Pollen comes out, and Piper's just going to go ahead and Cypher, line up her play for next turn. If she has Gholdengo in hand here, she might even be able to get a knock on this Badoo this turn. It used to be like really scary to go for the Badoo knockout this quickly in this matchup. But now, in this format, all of the Dragapult lists are not playing Unfair Stamp anymore, so it's not quite as scary to go for that first knockout. So you're only going to get Iono to 5 instead of Stamp to 2. You don't want to get Stamp to 2 with only one Gholdengo in play. You want to get more of a board established before your opponent stamps you to 2 cards. But now that's not as much of a concern. I'm not 100% sure what Piper put on top there. I would think Gholdengo Metal would be good. It might have been Gholdengo Cypher. I know she eyed up the Cypher. I have to assume that Gholdengo went on top, though. We have the Hilda here from Daigo. Great new addition to Dragapult Dusknoir. Part of what made the deck a lot more consistent. We can see him go ahead and just grab an energy and a Track Cloak here. And then you can use the Track Cloak to potentially draw another card. Recon. Can't see what the Recon was here. But it looks like... Okay, yeah, he's going to go for the knock-on the Gimme Ghoul. And I think Piper might even put that Arven on top, expecting that play to come down from Daigo, which makes a lot of sense. So we see Poffin Air Balloon, Poffins for double Gimme Ghoul. And now, I mean, we could see a very scary turn from Daigo here if he has good enough hand. We can see Phantom Dive plus Dusclops plus Boss would be like game winning basically on the spot. But it would require a lot of resources. Okay, so we see a Phantom Dive with the Adrenabrain there, gets a knockout on one of the Gimme Ghouls and takes out the Monkey. So this is still almost GG's for the game here. That still puts Daigo at an incredible advantage, but obviously not quite as good as if he had hit a boss. And honestly, I mean, although this is a huge advantage, this is still scary as Daigo. I mean, if Piper just has Gholdengo and then Cypher's an Inner Church Pro, she can just knock out this Dragapult, and it's not going to be that easy for Daigo to come back there. There's the Inner Church Pro and the Vessel, so I gotta imagine this is a knockout. 5 energy grabbed. And then the 2 others from Vessel, so attach, that's 6, probably already had one in hand. Yep, so there's 7 energy, knock to the Dragapult. So yeah, I mean, this isn't super clean for Daigo here, but he does get to go ahead and just issue Pollen, shut down Piper now. Especially if he combines with an Iono, it probably can just buy him enough time to set up another Dragapult altogether. And he still has Blood Moon, presumably, as an out here. Not this turn, but on a future turn. But I mean, he definitely wants to see Iono here. He's thinning out the Poffin, then gonna match the Fez, flip the script, and he found the Iono. See Night Treacher for the Dracloak. Recon. He does have a Neo Upper in hand. We'll probably see that get attached. Looks like an Ultra Ball. Gets rid of Dracloak and Counter Catcher to get the Dusclops out. Just wants to start threatening the Dusknoir as soon as possible. Try to wipe that Gholdengo off the board next turn, ideally. Attach the Neo Upper. And then we're just going to see Ichipollen for 0. So Piper obviously just really wants to find Boss plus 2 energy here. I don't think she has it. I don't think the resources are available to her. But she does have water to knock the Badoo. And then we see, Dusknoir and Dragapult attack. And he's just going to knock out that last Dengo. Doesn't even need to take his 3rd prize or his 6th prize. Just goes ahead and bitches Piper out there. So, I mean, Piper had a pretty weak setup there. She just needs to find some Poffins before she gets item locked, get some more Pokemon down, and I'm sure she will be just fine. Lots of mulligans, it looks like, from Piper here. Man, still, there we go. Now we're set up. Got the Genesect start on Piper's side, Duskull, Treepy on Daigo's side. Piper does decide to go second, try to avoid the Ichipollen before she can play a Sporter. And Daigo goes ahead and does find the end of turn 1 energy attachment, so decent turn 1 as Dragapult going first. Don't expect to have a very strong start. Just happy to get Treepy energy. Poffin comes down from Piper. Gets double Gimme Ghoul. Arvin gonna get Air Balloon and probably another Poffin. Yep. Got some more Gimme Ghouls down. And then can Air Balloon, retreat that Genesect. Or to use Metallic Signal to get some more Dengos. And then just gonna go ahead and Minor Errand running. Much better start for Piper. Should be able to start attacking and taking knockouts turn 2 now. On Daigo's side, we'll see if he can sort of match it and at least have a good start himself. Get some more GPs down, get Ichipollen off. Try to curb Piper's aggression a little bit. The best case scenario would be like Iono Ichipollen. Piper would still be able to get Gholdengos out, but she would need to refine those energy. Ooh, these prizes are really bad for Daigo. Got Dusclops, Dusknoir, and Blood Moon. Blood Moon will be drawn probably before it's needed anyways, but the Dusclops, Dusknoir probably has one more Dusclops, but probably no more Dusknoirs, so. That's really bad. The Dusknoir line is so important in this matchup. You are choosing to play the Dusknoir line over multiple other potential Gholdengo attacks that you could play in a straight bolt list. And that Dusknoir needs to pull its weight. Without the Dusknoir package, you're just playing straight bolt, but without all of the Gholdengo attacks that straight bolt usually can play, like Maractus or Cornerstone or Toadscruel, like we saw yesterday as well. See another Poffin here. Another Treepy. So we do have a good setup now for Daigo. He goes and retreats into the Badoo, has 2 Dreepy along with that Dracloak and double Duskull. But the double Duskull is not providing as much value as you'd like it to with those prizes. At least he's going to get the Dusknoir off one of those first 2 prizes. See, Coin -1, Coin -1, then we have the active, Coin -2, trying to draw the Cypher before using the Coin -2. We boss the Dracloak here, and then go ahead and knock that out. Basically buys Piper a full turn of no attacks from Daigo. And Daigo goes in and plays the Jamming Tower to shut off those Air Balloons and then Ionos. I'm hoping Daigo maybe plays 2 Jamming Tower here if he's using this one so proactively when it could get bumped by Levincia still. Probably a decent play either way, but definitely prefer to save it, I think, in combination with late game Iono. Not an Iono to 5 necessarily. But he does get double Dracloak out here. He gets an attachment onto one of these Dracloaks as well. So we should be able to see Phantom Dive start doing work next turn. And he could, if there's only one damage counter on that Gholdengo for when it's Gimme Ghoul and got Pollen. So as long as Daigo does play a second Dusclops, he can go ahead and knock out that Gholdengo with Phantom Dive next turn. But Piper does have the boss double energy once again. Great find off Iono plus the coin bonuses there. Gonna be able to potentially set Daigo another full turn behind. I mean, Hilda could get him back in there, but then he isn't using Iono this turn either. I think he just fails a Poffin here. Then we see the Recon Directive, Fez, flip the script. Oh, Research is way Badoo. Attaches and evolves. Does not play for the Neo Upper energy draw. I think there's definitely more of a consideration for just researching away the fire and trying to hit Neo Upper Dusclops. Because you don't want to be another full turn behind here. But I mean, at the same time, it might be reasonable just to hope that the Ichipollen sticks this time and Piper isn't able to get a knockout. But I mean, this position's looking really bad for Daigo if Piper does get a knockout here. I think he's already used all of her coin bonuses, I think. I mean, they all look tilted. So the Cypher is just playing around Iono for next turn. Looks like Cypher and Levincia went on top. Seems good. Allows her to pretty reliably take knockout on that Dragapult next turn. And even if Badoo comes out, the Levincia can be used to get energy back, knock that out. And even if like a second Jamming Tower comes down, that would be bumpable as well. I think that's what you got at least. It looked like Levincia to me. Is that an Artisan? That Artisan Pipers? So I guess she plays one Artisan in addition to Levincia. Say Lucha drawn from Daigo, Neo Upper Energy, Night Stretcher. Yeah, but we're just gonna Phantom Dive here. Maybe he's looking for a second Jamming Tower. This does reduce the number of cards the Piper can draw next turn either way. Since you get one less coin bonus in the active position. Treat, coin bonus for 2. They have lots of time left right now, so should not have to worry too much about wrapping up 3 games. But same time, as Daigo, you gotta, if this game goes on much longer, you would probably want to start considering scooping. But definitely, I mean, we definitely are waiting to see if Piper gets the knockout here at least. But if Piper does get the knockout, I don't think there's a very good line for Daigo at that point. I mean, he can still just Iono, Phantom Dive. He has the Neo Upper Energy, so yeah, he can go Iono, Phantom Dive for 4 prize cards, and then just hope that Piper doesn't find knockout off of the follow-up Iono. So yeah, Dracula's going to come out here. Curse Blast can't be used because Piper is only at 1 prize. I'm just going to Artisan another Dust College to thin it from the deck. Flip the script, Iono, Recon Directive, Neo Upper Energy, Nitrogen for Dragapult. Do we see the Iono though? Oh, we can't even Phantom Dive for the 4 prize turn because the monkey came down here. It's looking pretty cooked. Because he's not going to be able to take a 4 prize turn next turn either. But there's the Iono. Just Phantom Dives. Doesn't even take the knockout because it doesn't want to activate Fast Serendipity. Just going to try to set up for a 6 prize turn, I suppose. But Metallic Signal is used to thin. Cypher for Superior. And another Superior. Yeah. Metallic Signal also very good for situations like this here where it gets you more cards to just discard with Superior. Not just to thin them, but just as gives you instant fodder in the hand with Genesect. There are definitely like some late game situations with Gholdengo where it's you just don't have the enough cards in hand after the Iono to use your double Superior. The Metallic Signal both thins and gets fodder into your hand. So we are going to see a game 3 here after Piper gets that double Superior off on the Dragapult. And I imagine Daigo is now going to opt to go second. We have 18 minutes left. Should be more than enough time here. Or 60 minutes left, sorry. Piper starts with Metallic Signal. And yeah, Daigo is going second. Gimmighoul and Poffin, so doesn't have to be as scared of that Ichipollen now. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And pass, no attachment. Looks like she did attach the Airblade first. Yeah, no metal attachment, which a little bit annoying for Piper. I mean, odds are that you're not going to find it, so it's not annoying in the sense that like she expected to get an energy attachment, but it would be nice. That would be like the optimal setup here. On the other hand, for Daigo, we just see a Hilda play, which cannot be your ideal turn 1 play. Unless he has like double Poffin in hand and grab like Dracloak and energy attachment if that's what he's missing. But I can only imagine that him playing the Hilda Sword of Return is probably bad news more than it's good news. But hey, maybe we'll just see him drop cold Poffins now. Just gonna do a quick prize check skip. Gets Dragapult and Fire Energy. And then what after that? Did he... Okay, he's writing down his prize areas, I think. Okay, he's got Ultra Ball and discard the Dragapult that he got off the Hilda. Is he just gonna go Ichipollen maybe? No, he's gonna prioritize Droopy. He's shuffling the deck, so that seems to imply that there is no Poffin here. Do you have any other basic Pokemon you can put down? If he had like Badoo or Droopy, he would have started them. So, yeah, no, just Droopy, attach, pass. Yeah, it makes sense not to go for the Badoo there when you know that Piper is going to have access to Gholdengos anyway. She's probably going to be able to knock it out pretty easily. She has Triple Dengo. We're going to see her use 2 of these coin bonuses first before retreating to use the last one for 2. She has Cypher here, going for Vessel and Metal, and then retreats, coin bonuses for 2. Use the Vessel, getting rid of Baby Dango, Metal, and Lightning. Discards Lightning and Fighting, knock out Duskull. Dracloak, Recon. Didn't quite make out what that was. Was it? Okay, it was a Poffin. So Daigo is alive. He's got basic Pokemon to put down here. Dreepy and a Badoo. We can see him start item locking now. Does he have another attachment for turn? There's a counter catcher to try to stall a Gholdengo that doesn't have a metal on it already. It's always good. But Piper does have another Cypher, so she can get the metal on top there, and then looks like she's putting another Cypher on top for next turn. Then can use this coin bonus to draw 1, gets the metal, and then the second card will still be on top of the deck for next turn. Oh, just grabs air balloon, sorry, not metal. Makes more sense. Just retreat into the Dango that already has the metal on it. Daigo needs probably to find like Iono, Counter Catcher, Badoo again. Oh, but just a pass. And Piper just quickly draws 4 cards. Superiors away 2 Poffins. And Boss. Yeah, Boss the Dracloak. Sets up that next Dango with a metal. So it can't be Counter Catcher trapped with Badoo. And now the only thing that Badoo could try to trap is Munkidori, which, not ideal. That's not what Daigo wants to have to stick there, because they don't want to attack in a Munkidori, really. Recon Directive. This is already looking like probably too far gone, honestly. It's very difficult to come back against Dango in these spots as Dragapult. You just do not have enough options. The Jamming Tower, Iono is huge if you can find Ichipollen here. Then you can try to trap a Genesect maybe. Nice touch from Badoo. Attach Retreat, but no Counter Catcher, which is going to see Ichipollen on the active. Piper's going to go ahead and shuffle and thin with Metallic Signal. Coin bonus for 2, coin bonus for 1, coin bonus for 1. Cypher to prep the deck for next turn. Just put Cypher and Energy Search Pro on top. And then surely she has a single energy to knock out this Badoo. Maybe. I think she would have used the Cypher before if she didn't. Yeah, so there's the water. Knocks out the Badoo. Only has 2 prize cards left to Daigo's 6. And, I mean, her board's so strong, too. Counter Catcher brings up the Genesect. Gonna see. I mean, he could attempt to Boost all this and hope that that there's no stadium. I don't know. I don't think there's really any win con here. But right now the Genesect is stuck. He can at least try to stick there for a little bit longer if he can get the Itch Pollen off. Takes a look at Piper's discard pile to see what is left, to see if there's any like deck out win condition, which I mean, of course there is not. You see the Cypher from Piper. Just going to go ahead and grab the cards that she needs to attack this turn. Probably Levincia, almost definitely Levincia, as long as it isn't in the deck here. If not Levincia, it'd be the other stadium. Yeah, there's Levincia, grabs the Lightning, knocks out the Duskull. Nice, easy turn that did not exhaust many of her resources. Daigo now needs to find another Jamming Tower if he even plays another Jamming Tower. And then we like Counter Catcher on the Genesect and try to stall it again. Recon. Well, this is just looking so bad for Daigo. He definitely, I mean, he didn't have the strongest setups either of the games that he lost here, unfortunately. And Piper had very strong setups, both of the games that she won. But that is kind of indicative of the matchup. Gholdengo is definitely one of, if not the most popular or consistent decks in the format. So it's not a surprise to see her deck set up super well and then just do what it's supposed to do. New upper energy onto the Dragcloak. Oh man, does he even have... Okay, yeah, he's got the Dragapult. I mean, he needs to get so absurdly lucky here. He's going to try to take a 4-prize turn. He's got to survive for multiple turns here. He has to hope that Piper whiffs on the next turn and then whiffs again. Okay, he finds the Jamming Tower. So that at least could buy him a little bit of time, maybe. Just draws Piper a little bit less cards. Talic Signal finds the Gholdengo. Energy Search Pro. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she just needs Superior. She just needs 3 more energy. Coin bonus for 2. Coin bonus for 1. Coin bonus for 1. Yep, Arven, Superior, 4 more, or 3 more energy. That's 7. Knocks out the Dragapult. And Piper takes round 11. We honestly, unfortunately, didn't get to see many big plays from Daigo. He played game 1 super well to win it, but Piper also did not really set up game 1. All 3 games were unfortunately kind of one-sided, but congrats to Piper on the win that round. Let's see how close we are to the next round starting.